they now know what is expected from them. There is a warrant of arrest against Masemola. It's out. I don't know why it's not being picked up. It means someone somewhere is playing politics, and someone they want to undermine once more the independence of our justice system. Masemola is being arrested for what he did with Khumalo in the crime intelligence. Masemola was supposed to be arrested that week when Mkhwanazi had a press conference. So I thought Mkhwanazi's press conference was a preemptive strategy. And perhaps the arrest for Masemola is delayed by that or will be seen as if we are fighting back or anything of that sort. So it's a matter we're paying a very close attention to, because we cannot allow any more people to abuse their positions. Once a warrant of arrest is issued, it means there is some sort of evidence of wrongdoing which must be tested at a court. We will have to make sure that this is followed through. You know, I told you, and many of you just undermine the information we give you. I told you a long time ago that the Minister of Police, they want to arrest Minister of Police. And that's why Mkhwanazi is being charged with IPID, because they want to pick up Minister of Police, Senzo Mkhunu. And Senzo Mkhunu, in that recording, talking to his girlfriend or whoever he was talking to there, I don't know who's that person. There's a recording that is circulated. He says, you know that Julius is just talking. You know him. He just talks. Someone should have told him something, and then he just talks loosely. And then City Press writes that the plans to arrest the minister flopped or something. But it has always been there. The plan has been there to pick up the minister and arrest him. And they thought I was joking. And that's where he's going up, ultimately, to be arrested. There are factions in the police. You've got minister working with Khumalo and Masemola. No. Not Masemola, the other one who got Sibiya. No, it's Minister Sibiya. Then you've got a National Commissioner working with Khumalo. So there is a power struggle there. Now, we are not interested in those things. We are interested in the truth. As to who belongs to what and what, we don't care. We want the truth to come out. What Mkhwanazi said must be repeated, backed by evidence in the ad hoc committee and in the commission of inquiry. It is now no longer an issue of just talking. Let everyone who has got an issue bring that matter before the committee, and I'm going to sit in that committee of ad hoc committee to investigate these allegations. And you know, if I'm there will not be manga business, because I'm not scared of police or soldiers or anyone, including drug cartels or criminals. I'm not in the pocket of any thug in South Africa. That's why I live a free life. And And if I'm lucky, maybe they will elect me the chairperson of that committee so that I can sort out this issue once and for all. If they mean business, they must bring it here so I can chair it. Let's take, for instance, the ANC conference is going to be a contest between Mbalula and Paul Mashatini. Both of them have got no hold over any of those factions in the police. None whatsoever. So, if you say Mkhunu has got a faction, then you must know Mkhunu's faction is Ramaphosa's faction in the police. That's why they said Mkhunu went to seal, classify the Pala things and all of that. So this commission and the committee will not only be limited to what Mkhwanazi said. If there was a cover-up in the Pala, it must be brought forward. Who sealed this information? Who was hiding the information from the people? So that's why we're saying, on top of commission, let's have an ad hoc committee, because the same commissions are going to say Parliament has not played its oversight role. So we are playing our oversight role now. So there is no duplication of duties. But equally, we are a committee that will make the necessary recommendations to the Assembly, and the Assembly will send, if agreed, those recommendations to the President for implementation. Until he give us a name, he was called by Molefe. It's like Kenny Gunen saying he was taking a journalist there. To take a journalist is not a secret operation. Who is that journalist? Who's that journalist? Why would you take a journalist to someone who just came out of prison, who's on bail, as an MMC? Now I'm very happy. You know, I dance even at night. Oh, things are looking good, Shem. We told you these things are criminals. They are nothing else but Mapantiti. He says he doesn't know that guy. He knows that guy. I know that guy. Not from a personal point of view. He's a well-known businessman. Until now, we knew him as a businessman. So, but I don't have a relationship with him like that, where I can call Patrice Motsepe or go to Patrice Motsepe's house or have tea at Patrice Motsepe's house. Take my wife to Patrice Motsepe's house. Patrice Motsepe's wife knows my wife. I don't know the guy like that. But for Kenny to behave like that in public office and say he doesn't know that guy, that's a lie. It's a pure lie. And that's how thugs, 26, 28 gangs succeed. They lie. They think they can outsmart everyone. So, and Mashaya, they don't care whether you are convinced or not. They tell their story. It's done. But Kenny's story is not coming together. The head of Hawks, Libya's story is not coming together. That he was not called by Molefe, he was called by a friend. So you can hear this a story. An honest man would have said, I was called by Godrich, who said, there are people who pretend to be police at Marshall's house. And that's how I landed there. Because now, once these things are out, you must know, that guy is not a whistleblower. He put you in trouble. Why not saying it? What is the difference between telling us that the name of a person who called you now with telling us that name in the commission of inquiry? What difference does it make? Why do you leave as a trusted senior policeman? There's no one who can do it better than us. It's only the two of us. It's ANC and the EFF in the whole of South Africa who can do what we're doing. No one else can do it in the whole country. Well, higher education, Shema. It's so painful, man. You know, she's so young. She still has a chance to come back. I've seen people get demoted politically, and then they go rework on themselves, and then they come back. The first thing she must do is to stop chewing a gum in a meeting. She was still doing it even yesterday there in Parliament. The second thing is she must be humble and know that she doesn't know, and be prepared to be guided and be advised by proper people. Because only a person who doesn't know how government works would have advised her to do the things she did. You make a terrible mistake, you lie about people, including that character of senior council that he was chairing, Mutau. And Mutau comes and says, who? Me? I've never done that. And all of that. Now you get a second chance to go to a committee to now present, yourself in a different way and acknowledge your mistakes and say, no, this and that happened and all of that. No, she doesn't. She leaves the committee, she goes to a GBV program of a TVET college, when the TVET colleges are a responsibility of a deputy minister who couldn't go to the TVET because there was a committee of parliament here. Someone from the streets is misleading her. She's listening to someone who has no idea what we are dealing with here. There are certain things you don't do here in Parliament. And she should have known that. And you respond to your own chairperson, the chairperson from the same party with you, in a manner you are doing. I mean, you should be collegial with the chairperson. You should know that if anything, my protection is going to come from here. You attack a place where your protection must come from. Google it. Google. What's that? That was childish. Extremely girlish. Childish. She was not ready to be a minister. It's not too late. She must go back to the branch and learn and come back this way. She must, Budmaname, must never trust that DG. That's a man, there's a big problem there. That DG. He's the one who misled them. He worked with Blade, that DG. And Blade is still disgruntled and bitter about the removal from higher education. He will do anything and everything to undermine whoever is in that institution. I mean, Blade was asking one of the former Fees Must Fall students that, this Fees Must Fall, it looks like it was only designed for me. Why is it not happening after I left? He still wants to encourage people to do Fees Must Fall against his own government. Because he's not happy that he left higher education. But he must find a way to part ways with that DG and bring in a competent, qualified person who's not blading Zimande's touch if he wants to succeed in that particular department. That's my take on that matter. Colleagues, DP, you want to say something? No, say something, because you're going to live here and form a party and say you are never given a chance to speak.